It was 1993. Lenny Kravitz had just released a mega hit. The song helped launch a career that would earn him 4 consecutive Grammys. That same year, he moved to New Orleans, a city defined by its soul. The rock legend finds inspiration in its people, who've spent the past 5 years recovering from Hurricane Katrina.
Was it just starting to feel like New Orleans before the oil spill?
It feels like the New Orleans that I moved to. Now we have this disaster with the oil, and it's another great challenge.
A challenge that could devastate a place he calls home, something Kravitz is trying to prevent.
A little muddy around here, yeah.
I care about this planet. I care about nature. I care about the ecosystem. I believe that God gave us a beautiful world in which to live, and it saddens me when these type of things happen.
He's participated in benefits that have raised millions for the Gulf and seen the effects firsthand.
A week or 2 into the whole spill, I just started going around and talking to people, just meeting people. I thought that this is where I should be. I should be here, trying to help where I can, in whatever small, humble way that I can.
I'll tell you something else that did.
Kravitz took us for a tour in the marshlands of St. Bernard Parish. We met people he now calls friends, people who depend on these waters to live.
What are the fishermen gonna do? BP's not gonna stay here forever. Anybody thinks that, they're a fool. BP's gonna stay here till they go broke and they're gone. And what is this community gonna do?
The oil gushing from the Gulf is threatening Louisiana's $2.4 billion seafood industry.
This is my friend George, who is a 3rd generation commercial fisherman. So if this oil comes in, God forbid, what's the future for this industry?
Well, for the industry, like the industry shook up. For me, it's terrible because I really don't want to go BPing. I really don't want to work for the whole company. This boat was not designed to catch toy balls.
Fear the oil spill will destroy the local seafood industry has already started to spread, from canals along the marsh to restaurants in the famed French Quarter.
So this is one of my favorite restaurants. She's an institution here,
IRENE'S.
Irene. This is IRENE'S.
Hi.
So this is my friend Irene. It's some of my most favorite food in New Orleans.
What do you cook?
Lots of mussels and clams and lots of oysters we have not been able to get lately. We've had a very, very rough time getting great seafood in our restaurant.
Irene's problem is one that many along the Gulf Coast simply can't afford.
People's lives are being affected, their livelihoods. As an artist, you take that in. Does that inspire you to write, to create, to speak out? What does that do to you personally?
Most definitely. Well, it inspires me to be the best person that I can be. Unfortunately, whatever I can do is very small in the scheme of, billions of gallons of oil coming out of the ocean.
It's taken several years since Katrina for the New Orleans culture to come back. For nearly 2 decades, Kravitz has forged a bond with his community, which is why this latest threat has become personal.
At the end of the day, this is a very special place. And this place needs to be cleaned up and it needs to be preserved. That's our duty. That's what we need to focus on.
A lot happens early on The Early Show, weekday mornings on CBS.